call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Joe.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call, you may begin speaking now.
You.
Joe, how are you?
All right. Hey, dude, you can be live, you can record, but you cannot have a three-way phone call.
Yeah, no, we're not on a three-way. We're good.
Oh, okay.
So first of all, thank you so much for being on the Matty Ice Show. You know, it's funny. I was listening to Rick Ross's song, and I heard him drop your name. I think it's very crazy that a lot of these hip hop artists are actually putting your name in a lot of the songs. How does that make you feel?
Well, you know, it keeps my name out there, and it keeps my name alive, and so I can beat this case eventually. But, you know, being exploited as much as I'm exploited, you know, and nobody ever donates a dime to help with my legal fees is kind of depressing, you know?
Everybody can donate right now to freejoeexotic.com. Is that the right site?
No, it's joeexoticofficial.com.
Joeexoticofficial.com is where they can actually donate.
Right. Yeah, there's a link there that the lawyers have set up. They can use, I think, Cash App, Vimeo, or PayPal.
Joe, let's get right into it. Recently, the main witness in this case, who actually said that he was the one that was paid for murder for hire, he is now recanting his statement and saying none of that is true. Is that correct?
That is correct. You know, my attorney that I had, John Phillips, you know, he did a video deposition under oath, and Alan not only admitted that he made it all up, but he admitted and took the lawyer and the producers of Netflix to the zoo and showed them where he had a murder weapon that him and Jeff had planned to kill me to begin with.
How does this...
Why the hell am I here?
How does that not change the entire case? I mean, shouldn't that just make you an innocent man right from there?
You would think, but the system, because it's so corrupt and so broken, is gone, man. I filed a motion for a new trial 3 years ago.
Right, and they only...
And I finally just got on appeal, you know? And it's sad that a man, and I'm not the only one here innocent, it's sad that a man has to sit here and waste 7, 8, 10 years of his life just to prove he's innocent when the Department of Justice has their star witness admitting that he not only made it up, but he was going to kill me. Why am I here? Why is no charges?
And this is the government's witness that literally
right.
put
their star witness.
That's their star witness that put you in jail now for 20 years because it was 21 and it got reduced to 20. And now he's recanting his statement. To me, you should be out tonight.
Right.
And on top of that, you have a lot of medical stuff going on. I know recently you had the prostate cancer. They kept you in a cell that, you know, with cancer, and you were getting pretty bad treatment in there. And now, from what I'm hearing, you potentially could have lung cancer. Is that true?
Waiting on biopsies. The CAT scan. I started out with X-rays, and it showed something in my left lung. Then they did a CAT scan in January, and it confirmed something in my left lung. Then they did a PET scan in March, and it glowed and confirmed that it is in my left lung. And waiting on biopsies, yes.
So I would think
This call is from a federal prison.
With all of the health concerns you have going on, with the main witness that the government had placed for this case, Joe, you need to be out of prison immediately. What are your lawyers doing right now to make that happen?
Well, the only thing that they can do is we're fighting the appeal. My briefs are due on the 13th, and the government has 14 days to go over the evidence, which is his testimony under oath, you know. And who the hell knows what's going to happen from there? Is the government going to come and say, hey, we fucked up, we accept time served so we can save the conviction, or will we just drop the charges, or are they going to take me back to trial? Who knows?
And how soon does this ball get rolling where you can actually be in court?
Man, I could be sitting here waiting until February or March of next year for the appellate judges to rule on a decision.
Wow. How are you being treated in prison, from the guards to the inmates?
You know what? I get along with every inmate. Doesn't matter what gang it is, or I was next to Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, when I was in North Carolina. I was in isolation with one of the heads of the Sinaloa cartel. I get along with everybody. Some of the guards, are jealous because of the fame, so they fuck with me. But the majority of the guards are cool. But let me tell you, federal prison ain't what you think it is. The buildings are falling apart. It's insane, dude. We have 6 toilets for 300 people in this unit. And our food tray, I just went to chow today. We got a chicken leg and a scoop of sweet potato mashed potatoes, and that's all for some of these people, 300-pound men, man.
Not only that, you have cancer as well, so you would think that you would be able to get a certain diet over there.
Dude, I would be happy to pay for a salad every day to eat, so I could stay healthy. But the taxpayers have no clue that they're paying medical care so everybody can sit in here and get diabetes, because all they serve you is cookies and cake to keep that 2,000-calorie limit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're not getting the real protein or nutrition that you need.
Fuck no, man. Yeah. And then we get the bottom of the barrel of the food. The chicken on the bone is so medicated and such poor quality chicken that the meat is black close to the bone. It's that sick. That's
disgusting. Joe, next Tuesday, the 10th, is going to be the first debate between Donald Trump and Camala Harris. They've actually never even met in person before. I know you are a Trump supporter. Are you actually going to be able to watch this debate in prison?
I will be able to watch the debate in prison, and I'm looking forward to it. And, the reason why Camala Harris wanted open mics was so she could get off, she could just yell and scream and turn it into a wrestling match, because she has no idea how to be a president. She has no idea how to implement policies or nothing else. And that's the problem why she didn't want muted mics, because she's going to get busted not knowing.
Have you tried to get a pardon from the Biden administration?
They actually, my team filed a pardon during the Trump administration, and I was supposed to be, according to Sean Hannity, I was supposed to be on the pardon list. Then January 6th happened and fucked everything up. And a lot of us didn't get pardons that were supposed to be on the pardon list. And then 7 months later from today, back, President Biden actually rejected it.
So President Biden did reject your pardon to free Joe Exotic?
Yes.
Because, Trump's been pretty lenient on these pardons. He's pardoned Lil Wayne. He's gotten ASAP Rocky out of the situation he was in Sweden. He's pardoned Kodak Black. So Trump has been on the front lines with these pardons, with people that do deserve it. And I believe Kodak and Wayne did deserve it. And I would love to see, if Trump did get in office, if he can deliver you that presidential pardon.
Well, I'm hoping that he does. And I'm hoping that he doesn't wait 2 years down the road to do it. I hope that he does it his first or second day in office. But, now he knows what the system is like. 94 felony indictments, and they just indicted him again. A normal person like me or anybody else in here ain't got $60 million to fight and pay lawyers like he has. But they still convicted him 34 times. Does he think he's innocent? I tell you, I'm a hell of a lot more innocent than he is. So I hope he lets me out. But a lot of people out there don't realize that Vice President Harris is the one who co-sponsored the Big Cat Safety Act for Carol Baskin to put me in here.
Repeat that again. You said Kamala Harris did what?
Kamala Harris co-sponsored the Big Cat Safety Act, and my people have a screenshot of her bragging about it on her Twitter account. She co-sponsored the Big Cat Safety Act for Carol Baskin, which is why I'm here.
Wow.
Because as soon as they arrested me and Tiger King came out, they nicknamed the Big Cat Safety Act the Tiger King Bill, and President Biden signed it into law. So basically, I consider myself a political prisoner in the United States of America.
Well, the election's going to be November 5th. This debate's coming up, obviously, next week. What do you foresee happening in this debate? Do you see Kamala coming in with a strong debate? Obviously, we know Trump can debate. What do you foresee happening in this debate?
I see Kamala Harris crashing. I see the American people and the world finally seeing just how ignorant she really is.
I think that it's going to be a crazy election. One thing that I thought was interesting is Kamala was actually
from a federal prison.
Kamala was actually, placed there by the DNC. She wasn't really voted in by the people to actually be running.
Exactly.
And I think that's interesting right now. And I think this debate is going to show a lot to the American people of who can actually run this country. We've definitely seen a lot of Biden and Kamala these last 4 years. One thing I want to touch on, that if Trump does get into office, this would be his second term. So him pardoning you, there's really going to be no motivation for him not to or to do it, because no one's going to be down his throat because he's not looking for a second term. So I do think that a pardon could be in your favor.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping. Okay, but people need to wake up. Okay, this isn't just about reproductive rights. Okay, or whether you can carry a gun. This is about the Middle East, Russia, and China kicking our ass. Okay. We've had, over 200 military establishments attacked in the last 4 years under the Biden and Harris administration. What have we done to retaliate? They just shot an American in the back of the head in Gaza, Hamas. What have we done? What have we done to even stand up to them? And then their negotiations for prisoner swaps is pathetic, because America has always came out on the short end of the deal. $6 billion on the short end of the deal. Okay, we traded the world's most dangerous arms dealer,
Victor Bout,
basketball player.
Victor Bout.
Right? What does that tell a foreign country that doesn't like the United States? Let's just kidnap an American and we'll get anything we want.
What would you tell the American people right now, because you are a gay man? What would you tell the American people, being a gay man, your support for Trump? Because it seems like a lot of the LGBTQ community is, kind of indifferent. What would you do to persuade them or tell them to vote for Trump?
Look, Donald Trump can care less who I sleep with, as long as I keep it to myself and I don't shove it in people's faces and I don't take it to little kids, okay? As an openly gay man, hey, drag queens are very fun to watch. They belong at a bar. They don't belong at the White House. The White House don't belong with rainbow-colored pillars during the month of June. Okay, me and Caitlyn Jenner both support Trump. It's not about Trump hates gays. It just have some fucking respect, and that's all Trump is asking. You can be who you want. You can sleep with who you want. Hell, he does. But keep it down just a little bit. I don't even go to a gay pride parade when I was out in the world, because I'm ashamed of what the hell the gay community has turned into. And then Kamala Harris puts on the news that she wants to support paying for transgender surgeries of federal inmates, but we can't get fucking ketchup on Wednesdays for our French fries? Give me a fucking break. The left has turned America and being gay into a fad. Okay, it's not a health problem, and it's not a mental health problem, and it's not the way you were born anymore. It's a fad.
I'm pro-choice, completely pro-choice, but what I will say where it crosses the line for me is when you're teaching or implementing ideas to our children in schools, and that's where it crosses.
Absolutely.
That's where it crosses the line for me.
Totally against it. And there is a huge organization out there called Gays Against Groomers, and that's basically what they're doing, is they're grooming little kids. I just wrote a letter for an inmate. His 13-year-old son tried to kill himself last week over being gay. And I just wrote that kid a letter saying, look, man, you're 13 years old. Be a kid. Worry about who the hell you are when you grow up, because growing up sucks bad enough. But we are screwing people's heads up out there because it's being pushed. It's being pushed on people.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting today. Vladimir Putin came out and he actually endorsed Kamala Harris. Now, obviously, I think that was a tactic. I don't think he really endorses her, but he did come out today and endorse Kamala Harris today.
Well, I would take that more as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Because him and President Biden or him and President Trump didn't have no problems.
Mm-hmm.
They both took care of their own shit. Same way with North Korea. But, hey Matthew, this phone just beeped, which means it's going to hang up in less than a minute. So you got a last question?
Yep, Joe. So last question for you. If you get out with a presidential pardon or you win your appeal, what is the first thing you're going to do when you get out of prison?
I'm going to go to 7-Eleven, get a pack of Marlboro Lights. It's cheaper than $225 a pack that you buy in here. I'm going to go to Fort Smith, Arkansas, lock myself in the house with Seth for 2 days, and have the most amazing sex I've had in 8 years.
There you go. Well,
then I'm going to go to Congress and testify what really goes on in here. Then I'm going to go on a tour doing my songs.
Well, Joe, we're looking forward to the music. When you go to that hotel and you have that crazy sex, beforehand, I'm going to make sure...
Think about you, huh?
Well, I'm going to make sure to get you a bunch of Bel Air. I'm going to ship you a bunch of Bel Air. It's Ross's company. And, Joe, we appreciate you. It looks like we just got disconnected. Guys, that was live with Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. He called me from federal prison. You know, free Joe Exotic. I'm for it. I support it. I want to free him. Free Joe Exotic. What a dope interview. We got the Tiger King to call Matty Ice on a Thursday at 11 a.m. So we got the Tiger King to call Matty Ice on a Thursday at 11 a.m. Shout out the Rap Arena. Shout out everybody that was in here watching the interview. Now I got to make sure that I can save this. So let me get out of here. I'm going to save this interview, guys. That was Joe Exotic live with Matty Ice.